What's up everybody? Welcome back to the Decent Garage. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the newest project for the channel. If you're new to the channel, we love first gen crew cabs here. Right here we have the OG crew cab is what it's referred to as. We just finished putting in a 6-speed manual transmission on this. If you haven't seen those videos, make sure to go back and watch those. They're excellent. It was a super fun project and this truck is awesome at this point. Right here we have Prospector Bob, another first gen crew cab. Prospector Bob's a great truck. He is a warm-blooded workhorse, runs great, does everything I ask it to. We haven't done much on this lately, but it hasn't needed much. We have one more first gen crew cab that's not at my house right now, Betty White. That one is still a gas truck. We haven't decided what we're gonna do with it, but we have that one as well. As you can tell, all the trucks on the channel have names. Now, I did not name any of these trucks. These were named by you guys. As we go through the video and introduce the new crew cab, I need your guys' help down in the comments. What should we name it? Give me some ideas, we'll come up with something cool. So I just picked up this crew cab about 2 months ago, and I literally just unloaded it from the trailer yesterday. I've been working on the G56 swap on the OG crew cab so much that I haven't even got to really get into this truck. So in today's video, let's show you everything about the new crew cab, all the details. It came fully loaded with boxes and the bed full of parts. So we're gonna unload that, show you all the parts, go through them together, kind of make a mental note of what we need to put this thing back together. Alright guys, I can sense the vultures descending upon me who are going to be asking for parts that are for sale. I did get a ton of parts with this truck. Nothing is for sale yet. I need to build the truck first. So if that's what you're going to ask, just comment something else below. That would help out. So this is a 1984 crew cab long bed 4-wheel drive. It is awesome. So as many of you know, they did not make crew cab long bed 4-wheel drives from the factory. Even with a gas engine, they didn't make them. All long beds were 2-wheel drive in a crew cab format. There's 2 ways to make a crew cab long bed 4-wheel drive. The first way is just to get a 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive swap it. And the second way is to get a short bed or a different frame from a different truck and extend the frame and do that. I'll show you how this truck was done, but let's look at everything, look it over nice and thorough, see what we're working with. We'll look at the other parts and then I'll tell you the plans for the build on this truck. So here's the bed. It is in excellent condition. Little dent here, but besides that, like the wheel wells are very clean, in great shape. Stamped tailgate in great shape. Closes and opens. Okay, coming along this side. Got a little rub on this side, but it's not dented in. The roof is in excellent shape. There's no rot in the drip rail. The seam sealer just needs to be wheeled out and putting more seam sealer in there. We'll delete this antenna. Probably the worst body panel on the truck is this door. And it was professionally fixed, I don't know when, years ago, but the filler is just starting to crack. So that's gonna have to be taken care of. So the one other body part that needs kind of fixes, it looks like they ran something over and it pushed the rocker up just a little bit. So that'll have to be pulled down, but that's not a big deal. Coming up here, I mean, this door, this fender, the hood, it's all in great shape. I did pick up a Power Wagon bird bath hood at the same time, so I'm debating on what truck to use that on. And it's missing the ram head. That might be in all the boxes of parts, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, and then on this side, there's one, it's almost hard to even see, but there's one little dent right here in the driver front door. Right there. This door is in excellent shape. Bedside's in excellent shape. And there's little dent right here. So overall, the body is in excellent condition. So here's the inside of the cab. It's dirty. They sprayed some cheap Rhino liner on the inside, basically the roof, the back wall, and the floor. And it's just peeling off here, so I'm hoping that'll just come off with a pressure washer or something. This is the spot that really needs to be fixed. Some type of janky body work. I don't know what they were thinking, but the welds didn't even close it all off. Looks like it's starting to get a little surface rust, so we're gonna cut this whole piece out and patch it how it should be. But besides that, I mean, look up here. Here's the passenger floor. We've got some flaking bed liner, but it's solid as can be. More flaking bed liner. The driver floor also completely solid. B-pillars, completely solid, just dirty. It only came with one interior door panel, so I'm going to be looking for front door panels, and even harder to find, it did not come with the rear interior door panels. So if you know of any rear interior door panels, let me know. That's probably going to be the hardest part to find from what we need. The previous owner of this truck tore this completely down, and the frame is now powder coated. It's in excellent condition. Whole thing's powder coated. It's dirty and dusty, but it is in great shape. So that looks really nice. It's got the Dana 60 front axle. I'm missing this stud for the U-bolt plate, so I'm going to be looking for that. But the axle's really clean. Everything's really clean under here. Now these springs are Skyjacker 6-inch lift springs, and the rear does not have lift springs on it. I'll show you what the rear has. We're not going to use that. So I'm going to see about getting some 6-inch lift springs for the rear too as well. So, but they're very clean. Looks really good. I mean, just look at it. Here is the rear, so it's the stock leaf springs, and they've stacked blocks. So they have what looks like a 2.5-inch and a 4-inch block. So we are not going to run this setup. I'm going to look for 6-inch lift, full springs, so hopefully we don't run blocks at all. If anything, we'll run like the 2.5-inch block. But you can see how clean it is. Dana 70 in the rear with drums. Now, I mentioned there's a couple ways to make a crew cab long bed. One of the ways is to extend the frame. That's how this truck was made, but it was done really well. I'm typically not a fan of doing it that method because people just don't do it right and don't take the time to make sure it's done really well. But this one was done well, so let me show you. So right here we have the taller frame, and you can see they have plated. They've got a whole plate. It's probably 36 inches long. It's welded in here. It's welded on the outside as well. They've got all the cutouts for all the factory rivets. It's really, really nice. And that was done before they powder coated that, so that's all powder coated as well. So there's that side. And you can see how thick that is. So then on the outside, you can see they've got the weld here and the weld right here. Just like that. All the bed mounts and body mounts were on when it got powder coated, so those are all super clean. Here's the underside of the cab. You can see this is the spot in the cab that we need to cut out and completely repatch it. That's just a horrible job, which is really funny. Everything else on this truck is done really well, but that is, I don't know what happened there. So there you go. That's the bones of the truck. The cab, the bed, everything, the frame, suspension. It's got great bones. We're gonna have to figure out leaf springs, but that's about it. So before we go in and look at all the other parts, the plan for this is to get it professionally painted. You guys know I painted the OG crew cab in my garage. It turned out good, but it's just not a professional job. So we're gonna get this professionally painted. Some of you guys may know who Robbie Layton is. He owns Layton Auto Body in Ephraim, Utah, which is about an hour from me. He has a YouTube channel. He does great work. I really want to get him to paint this. Let's get a good painter and auto body guy to do this because I want it done right. So tell me what colors you think we should go with on this. I know what I've got in mind, but I want to know what you guys have in mind. So now let's check out some of the parts. I've looked through a lot of them, but I just can't believe how many parts came with this truck. I think we have 99% of what we need to put this truck back together. So let's go check it out in the garage. All right, so I'm not gonna show you everything because there's a ton, but we have 6 bins full of stuff, wiring harnesses, engine components, trim pieces, pedals, body mounts, headlights, just tons of stuff. But the question you probably all are wondering is what the drivetrain is that we're gonna be putting in this truck. So this is what came with it. We have a 94 P-pump block. It's been checked out by the machine shop and cleaned. It is in excellent condition. So I'm still trying to determine what colors we're gonna paint that. We have an NV4500. Still need to get that cleaned up, make sure it's in good shape. I've got the head here. I took it to the machine shop. They cleaned the mating surface and actually took a little bit off of it, but this is good to go now. So we've got a head. Over here, we've got heater box, dash, door panels, floor mats, injector lines. The big bad P-pump right there. I mean, there's just tons and tons of stuff. Also, luckily, it came with all the hardware, all bagged, all labeled appropriately. So this shouldn't be too hard to put back together. So as far as the plan for the engine, I've ordered a whole rebuild kit for the engine with new pistons. I've ordered a new cam for it. We're gonna use the cam gear off the old cam because it's a USA cam gear. So we're gonna do a full bottom end rebuild on it. We're gonna go stock bore though because the bores were good. So we've got all that stuff, got new bearings. I mean, we got everything for the bottom end. We also got tappets, push rods. I mean, we got everything for the bottom end. I don't know what else there is, but we got everything. For the top end, I got valve springs, I got head studs. We have everything to build this motor. We're gonna get it built. I'm actually gonna have a friend, Cade Whipple, who's a subscriber of the channel. He's gonna come help me build it for a few days. So the next video, we should be building this. We gotta get the block completely cleaned out, get it taken care of, and then we're gonna be ready to build it. So that should be really cool. So this is gonna be an exciting build. I can't wait for it to be done. I expect to take about 4 months on this, maybe a little longer depending on parts availability, but I wanna have it done by the end of June. So remember, I need your help. We need to name this truck. I want your help on what colors we should do for the truck, and I need you to go show Robbie Layton some love over on his channel or on Instagram. Tell him we support him. Let's get him to try and paint this truck. I think it would be a great project for him on his channel to help his channel grow, and I think we would benefit obviously from it as well. So I hope you guys are excited for this. I'm super excited. Thanks for your support, and we'll see you guys in the next video.